Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to day 6 of Crushing COB3 with Biswa. And I have with me Grandmaster Biswa here. One second, let me just bring you on the screen. Hello, hello. How are you?
Very good, very good. How are you?
I'm good. How was your break from chess for 3 days? I believe you did not take a break actually. You were playing all the while.
Yeah, I played all 3 days. Today I didn't play, but every day I played.
I was checking through all your games.
Yes.
And in fact, I checked a lot of games, and today's session is about learning from those games.
Oh wow. Okay. Some embarrassing moments coming up.
No,
I play very differently when Sagar Shah is not watching.
actually, that's what I saw. Even with Sapan and Kusha, when I do late night, they
Yeah.
are at a different level. But
Yeah.
when they play on stream, they play much better. But off stream, they play worse.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because somehow there is no pressure, yeah, while playing off stream.
Yeah. Sometimes you are just playing for time pass.
For time pass, yeah,
Like
true.
you just get into experimental mode. Like let's start attacking from one. Like I take a lot of risks. Random attacks. Let's see what happens, Travis. What if this? I know the good move, but then I don't play it.
Okay, okay. Good. But we should overcome that
Yes.
because, many good players, like we see all the top guys, they play good games on, how do you say, on demand. Whenever you wake them up middle of the night, they will play well, wherever it is. So we want to reach that stage. So today's session is about this. And also, we have an opponent for you with whom
Crazy.
you will play today,
Crazy.
and this will happen somewhere around 10, 15, 10, 20
True.
after 40 minutes or so.
Hmm.
So let me just invite him on the screen. Sushant, are you there? Hello, Sushant.
Hi Sagar bhai. Hi Biswa, big
Hello,
fan.
hello. How are you? Thank you so much.
Doing good. How about you?
Good man. Good. How are you?
Good.
So Sushant, tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do and what is your chess strength?
Okay. So I was like created FIDE 1599 as of September 2011, and after that I haven't got an opportunity to play any like professional over the board tournaments.
So
But
in
I
so
used to play
9
it like
years
as a
ago you were
hobby.
1600 FIDE rated,
Yes,
and then you
that's right.
left playing chess.
Professionally, but I still do it play as a hobby,
Hmm.
and I've played couple of times in my university. So I just completed my bachelor's in computers, and I've started my first job as an analyst.
And you are not.
Amazing.
Where are you?
I'm in Mumbai currently.
You're in Mumbai. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And what would be your online rating like?
My bullet rating would be around 2000. Not to brag, but I usually like playing bullet.
Okay.
But I have not played like classical games often, so I might be bad at it. So
No,
I just pick
Blitz.
something.
Blitz 10-minute stuff. You don't play often.
Not often. I
Okay.
usually
Okay.
prefer the blitz, rapid or not the rapid ones, but the bullet ones majorly.
Brilliant. Brilliant. This is going to be fun. Biswa,
Yeah,
Very
he's.
tough.
I
it's a
think
great challenge.
it's not like Sushant is not in touch with chess all the time. He loves to play bullet, but when he was playing, he was 1600 FIDE rated. I believe somewhere close to Ashwin's strength, maybe, who came the other day, and you got your chance in that game as well. So let's see what will happen. So Sushant, you
Awesome.
can we will meet after 45 minutes or so, and you
Definitely.
can be here in the call. You can switch off your camera and mute
Sure.
yourself, and then we will begin. Yeah.
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay.
See you
Thank you.
soon. Bye
See
bye.
you.
See you,
Yeah.
buddy.
Okay. This is going to be fun. This is going
Yeah.
to be a tough game.
Very, very nervous now. Okay, let's see.
So Biswa, I went through a lot. Like, let me see how many games of Biswa Kalyan Rath I have here. I went through almost all the games that you played in these last 3 days,
Okay.
and I found that the amount of variation was huge. Like some games were tremendous. Like they were, you cannot find the difference between yourself and a professional player. Like they were so good, no mistakes. And some games were dipping very low, but there were
Yeah.
certain errors which you were making, and I want to so the main idea is you need to come up with moves quickly, and you need to share what you feel. So we can fine tune your intuition and calculation, both of it.
Great. Let's
Okay.
do it.
So let's start with, and I have marked all the questions in all the games. So let's begin with this game, which you played with Jagger Chess. This was, I think, yesterday. And
Okay.
it started, you were black. D4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, knight f3 castles, your favorite king's Indian, bishop d3, and I liked that you played e5 now. He and he took the pawn. What do you do here as white? And I want a black. I want also the audience here be with Biswa. Try to find the answers here for him and whatever I ask, so that you two can quickly improve. You played the move
Knight
knight
takes
b
e4.
d7.
Knight takes e4, I think.
Yeah, but why didn't you take this?
Because I'm an idiot. I knew there is something there, just I couldn't find it for some reason.
This is the most obvious thing. It launches a discovered attack, and after white takes, you take here with the bishop, and black is better because his bishop is very powerful down this diagonal. Okay,
Yeah.
you got a chance here. He went back. You came here. Good move. He came to d5. You took the pawn. He castled. And now once again your move. What would you play here?
Um. Tricky.
Piyush Kumar, if knight takes f7 in that position, yeah, very, very interesting question. Just, yeah,
Sorry.
let's go. First, we'll come back
P
to it.
c6.
Once again, see, perfect move. c6, very good move. Pushing the knight back. He cannot go to c3 because d3 is hanging. And so it's a very uncomfortable position for white.
What stupid move did I play?
You played the move b5, which was not required. It's not a very bad move, but c6 is just very strong. And the point is, after knight f4, somehow you're trying to defend this bishop. How do you continue here? I want you to play a good move here. With black, it's not like winning or something. Guys, all those spamming Samai raid, try to write the move here. That's what we want. Not Samai raid. We want, I know he's right now streaming. We want to find the answers to these questions. So please focus and let's try to improve at chess.
G5.
What will he do if you play g5? Because if he moves the knight, he'll get a free piece.
He will play b4.
Interesting move. Very interesting move. Very interesting. In fact, I would say to g5, even better is to take on e4, because b4 mein problem is the rook is hanging somehow from the bishop on a1.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So because this knight moves, this bishop hangs. So we just take this, and then after he takes back, then you can move the knight away. And already, it's slightly more dangerous, because let's say the g5 pawn is weak, the knight is threatening here. So you didn't gain anything as such.
Right. Okay, let's find a better move.
It's just normal
Bishop
development.
h6.
Sorry?
No, bishop h6 is bad. It's not good.
Sometimes when you can't find a move, just complete your development.
Okay. I mean, it looks very stupid, but bishop f5 just comes to mind.
Fantastic move. This is a very good move. Bishop f5, just solidifying everything here, and next move you take this. Also, if you would have suggested knight takes d3, let's say it takes with the knight, and now bishop f5, this is also a very solid edge for black, because in an open position you have two bishops, right? So here, this is the way in which you play. There was one question by someone who said, if knight takes e4 in this position, what happens after knight takes f7? Because he wants to, if you take back here, he wants to take here, and he will be a pawn up. Samay bhai, Samay raid. Thank you, Samay.
Why don't you do knight takes on f2?
No, think. Why don't we do? That is not. Let's.
Oh, he'll take our queen. We'll take his queen. He.
Find a better move.
Oh, knight takes on c3 is also nice. Yeah, knight takes on c3.
Absolutely. Just finishes the game. Because after he takes here, you take here, you're a piece up.
Yeah.
So this was winning. By the way, Samay said not to raid, but everyone in his channel still raided. So thank you all. Stream ended. Okay. You played b5. He played rook b1. And now, once again, you should just take, and bishop f5. This is just very powerful.
But instead
he took c6. This is all very good in this game. Entire game continued pretty well. I mean, for white, not for you. It didn't go as per plan. You lost a piece, then you brought a rook, and everything was like over. But all of a sudden, he played this move. Now, white to play, what do you do here? Let's go, Biswa.
Yeah, just thinking about the rook to g2.
Okay.
Rook to g2, king takes. Queen g4 check. King goes. No, bishop comes in between. It's stupid.
Very
this
good.
Doesn't work.
Very good.
If rook takes bishop on c6.
Well done, Akshay Mohan, GM Nilesh, good move. Meghraj, well done. Karthik Suvarna, Harsh Saxena, Pranav Vadama, Nikhil Tamse. Good, guys, come on.
Oh man, this
Yes,
knight,
yes.
I can take f3 knight.
Yes, calculate more, calculate further.
A knight, queen takes on f3.
It's a free piece. What will white do which can scare you? Or did you not see this move at all?
I did not see this.
Okay, but now after queen takes f3, does white have any, like, if suppose he plays bishop g3, just for an example, then it's a free piece. Matlab, ek piece to mil gaya. Although white is still having an advantage because, you know, he's pawn up and all of that, but you won a full piece. But after queen f3, which is the move that would scare you? Yes, very good.
Queen f3.
Ek bar, if you take queen takes f3 now, what is the move that would scare you as a calculation here?
There is some.
The best move is bishop g3. But then you remove your queen out somewhere, and then the game goes on. But here there is a move to calculate for you.
I'm just checking bishop takes on e4.
Yes, go on. How to calculate now? Bishop takes e4. What do you do?
If bishop takes e4, then rook takes queen.
Yes, very good. Rook takes c2.
Um, Bishop takes queen,
Bishop takes f3.
and now uh,
What is the material like?
he has a knight and a queen.
Hmm? No, you played bishop e4, rook c2, bishop f3. What is the material like over here?
Okay, so he has. It looks like he has one extra bishop. Why does it look like that?
It is. It is. It's
He has
the.
one extra bishop. Yeah, and now I have to do something.
So it's completely.
No, then it doesn't work. Then
It's completely losing for
yeah,
black. So basically, after bishop e4, you
you can't
cannot
do that.
take this. So let's quickly see what would you do after bishop takes e4.
Bishop takes e4. After this, pawn takes e4, and now queen takes rook is mate, so he can't
It's
take.
not mate. He can go bishop f8, but it loses a rook. And then you have to quickly check if it's
No,
a
no,
check.
it's mate for him.
But it's a check, no, for you.
Oh, it's check for me. Yeah, बुड़बक हूँ मैं.
So bishop e4 here. Queen takes f takes e4. Queen takes c8 check. And now after he does this, what will is it a forced mate on g2?
No, he can just play g3 and it'll be
Yeah,
okay.
it's just a g3. Maybe he will take here, but even that is winning. But I would just play bishop g3.
Yes.
So this
Okay, so this
doesn't
doesn't
work.
work.
So bishop
Okay.
e4 is actually a very dangerous move. What do you play as well, black?
You know what you can play is rook takes on g2.
Go on, go on. Now where will the king go?
King goes to um, f1, I think. He will not.
First of all, you must say king can go to h1 or f1. Both
Yeah,
is
h1 and
possible.
f1. Yeah.
Now calculate one of the two.
If he goes to h1,
Yeah.
then rook takes on f2 check. King comes back. Rook to g2 check. King wherever he goes. No. If he goes to
First
f1,
of all, who is giving a check after the rook moves?
I'm going to check.
No, no, I know you are giving, but which piece of yours?
Queen.
And what is the queen? Queen को कोई
अरे
हाथ
यार
लगा. एक काम करो बिस्वा, थोड़ा
complicated.
थोड़ा ऐसा 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 शेक ऑफ करके you have to restart.
No, it's okay. Some days this happens. It's okay. I just have to keep doing it and it'll fall into place.
So bishop queen is hanging, correct?
Yes.
So queen can be taken. So you can't give rook takes f2 check.
Yeah, rook takes g2 f2 check I can't give. Correct.
So what will he do? Sam John, reassess your chess by Silman or Silman's complete endgame. Yeah, two good books I can recommend. Just on the rating basis, yeah.
There's one idea. Let me see if it works. Okay, rook takes g2, king goes to h1.
Yeah. It's a very tricky position. Have you grasped all the tactics? That one is your queen is hanging, his
His queen
queen is
also
hanging,
hanging.
your rook is hanging, So you need to take care of everything.
Okay, so if king goes to f1,
Yeah.
just calculating what happens if my takes his queen, then his bishop takes my rook, and my queen is safe. So he should not take.
No, no. Tell me notation. I don't understand this. So rook takes g2.
Rook takes g2, king h1.
Yeah.
Rook takes c2,
Yeah.
bishop takes c2. Uh,
Bishop takes.
c2, the rook on c2.
Okay. But he will take your queen. No.
Yeah, it correct. So he will take my queen. If that happens, then rook, it just looks lost. There's nothing. Okay, let's see what else is there. Rook takes g2, king h1. Now no, it doesn't work. I was thinking queen takes e4, queen takes e4, pawn takes e4, then king takes rook, so it doesn't work.
Good.
Rook takes on g2, king to h1.
So now when you see that your queen is hanging and his queen is also hanging, you have to always look at options where you can move your queen away with a tempo and his queen hangs. This is very important. Can you do this here?
Yes. I just take his bishop, but then my rook hangs. Yeah. Why am I giving a rook check when I can just take his bishop on f4?
Yeah, but then your rook on c8 is hanging, no, without, and then it's like you will lose a entire rook.
Okay, rook takes g2.
Yeah.
I'm just calculating this. This seems most promising.
This is the actually the best move. I'll also agree and I'll give you a hint now. I need you to crack this h1 and f1 both the moves.
Cool. So king h1. Now if king h1 and my rook, my queen is hanging, I need to move away my queen with a tempo. Can I do? What can I do? King h1. Man, this is difficult.
Yes. This is a
Queen.
tricky one and it's very nice to find it in your game. It's also a variation in your game.
How to move it so that it gives a check on h1?
Guys in the chat, you need to refute this move and look at this. The queen is hanging, also the rook is hanging, so it's not so simple.
What if after king h1, queen takes on f2, then queen takes, rook takes, lost. Okay. King h1, rook to h2. What is this move? Rook to h2, bishop takes a rook, but queen has not moved.
So one thing always remember, when it's a double check, king has to move. You cannot take bishop takes rook. It's a double check.
So
There
king
is a
takes,
rule of chess that when you
yeah.
give check with two pieces, king has to move.
So king takes h2.
Yes, only move.
Now, queen to h5 check.
Careful, careful.
कोई है h5 पे. Oh, sorry. Queen takes on f4 check. King h1. I guess h2 is also fine. Sorry, g1 is also fine.
Yes.
And h3 is also fine. But in either case, rook takes c2. Bishop takes on c2. And now it looks like uh, he has two bishops and uh, two rooks and a bishop. I have queen, bishop, and rook.
Your
Um,
rook. दोनों रुक गए आपके. So you have no rook.
I have no rook.
So basically you come to this position. Takes, very good move. Only move. Take. Take this with a check. Has to go back. And now you take the queen and bishop takes. And this position is still not so simple. It's complicated. But black is better here because the king is too weak. So even a move like bishop e5 or bishop d4, putting pressure here is going to give you an advantage. So from a completely losing position, you have ended up in a completely winning position. Not completely, but at least better. So it's a huge transformation. What about if he goes to f1 now?
Okay, if he goes to f1, uh,
Careful, okay? Careful.
interesting. Interesting. Okay, so if I play rook takes on c2 and he takes my queen, then rook to f2 is mate. So he can't take my queen, right? So if I play rook, so right now I don't need to move my queen. I can just take his queen.
Brilliant. Very happy. Very happy that you found this. It was you needed flexible thinking. In that variation you can't take the queen, but in this variation you can. So very well done. Bishop takes f3 and a very pretty mate.
Is there a way he can save the mate? Is there better defense? Let's
No,
see.
after rook takes c2, the problem is there are three people attacking here, so it's just impossible to stop. He can't take the queen, so game over.
Uh, yeah, I mean something like rook e2 doesn't make any sense, right? Rook e2, rook takes, and we're at the same position again. And
Rook e2 you can take with the queen now. Because if you play rook takes e2, then bishop takes f3, then you take on f2, the king has the e1 square
oh
because the rook
wow,
moved out.
what dumbness is this?
No, but
Yes.
queen e2 is just simple.
And if he plays bishop e3,
Yeah.
then I guess, yeah, queen takes and then rook takes.
Yeah, even this is straight mate. Yeah, very nice. Well done.
Oh man, this is, I did not realize there's so much depth in this game.
Yeah, this game was very nice. Actually, you did a there was I picked up from a variation in the game. So it was not even the game continuation, but something that you had missed. Let's go to your next game now. And so the thing about this training is that you will get different positions, but ones that you have already seen. So this was your game with PK 12313. And here I want you to think of what is going on and black to play.
I think I played b5 here, if I'm not wrong.
You played queen c7. The game went queen c7, g3, and then b5. I want you to think of something better here. And this is just what do you feel? What do you sense should be a good move?
I think e5 is a good move, but let me calculate. Okay, e5, uh, pawn takes e5. Wow.
क्या हुआ?
Okay, this is interesting. E5, pawn takes e5. Uh, bishop takes pawn.
E5, pawn takes e5.
Bishop takes. Oh, bishop can't take. Sorry. Pawn takes on e5. Now, if knight takes, Or does your knight need to take? If knight takes, then bishop takes, knight takes, rook e8, f4, knight takes f4, and queen to f3. Queen to f3. Now, no, he can't play queen to. Can he? He can actually. Please queen to f3. Now, a rook takes, queen takes. Sorry, rook takes on e5, queen takes on f4.
Check है, check. Rook takes c5 is
Check. Oh,
check.
so
So
he
queen
can't
f3
take.
is a bad move.
Okay, so queen f3 is not the move then. But yeah, e5 sounds like a good move actually.
Fantastic. This is what I want you to see. See this feeling which you have. Key e5 is the right move. But in the game, then you are afraid and you play queen c7. This is something you need to overcome because you calculated it perfectly. Takes, 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 bishop takes, knight takes, and now two moves are very good. Queen e7 followed by rook e8 is also very strong, winning this. So like queen e7, queen e2, and just rook e8, and you win this knight. He cannot move. f4 is met with knight takes f4. So the other move, as you mentioned, is rook e8. And once again, you spotted that f4 is not possible because knight takes f4. And overall, e5 is just the move you want to make, and queen c7 is not required. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Let's go to the next one.
I think I had seen the analysis of that game and seen e5, but I haven't calculated the whole line.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at this one. You are playing with the white pieces. Your opponent plays the move c6 in this position. What do you do here? Opponent has played the move c6.
I don't even remember what I did.
This is with Wittpitzak, some 1500 player.
c6.
Guys, in the chat, white to play. What should white play here? Look at the imbalances in the position. Biswa, do you see that you have one very big imbalance? What is that?
I have space.
You have space, very good.
And I have two bishops.
Very good. And when there are two bishops, you must keep the position closed.
Open.
Open, yes, very good. You are alert. So, what should you do?
Bishop to c4.
But then he will play c5. Or he will play c takes d5. And the position...
Oh, I should just play c6.
You must just take. And what happens next is that your bishops have open diagonals. Also, the d file opens up for your rook.
Yeah.
So what you did in the game is you went rook a d1, and now your opponent takes here. And the problem is that somehow, even if you take with the knight, he will take with the knight and you will have to take with the pawn, and the position remains semi-closed. And it is in black's favor to keep the position closed. While if you came here and you took the pawn on c6, b takes c6 and rook a d1, fantastic position, because not only are your bishops happy, even this pawn is weak. And you may be slightly afraid of d5, that he will build up a center, but the center is actually very weak. It's fragile. So you can now attack a piece which defends the center, and suddenly this all is slightly weak in the position.
Insane.
Okay, let's go to the next.
I think I won this game, no? He did some
You won
stuff.
this game. He played nd7, you took, and you played. This was one of your better games that day. Like one of the good
Yeah,
games
yeah.
with a mate on G8. So
Yeah, I
very
won
nice.
this one.
This was very nice one.
But this, I was just very angry at myself because earlier in the game I had played bishop c4 to e2, and I was like, why did I play that move? It was a very bad move.
Yeah.
It was not required.
Yeah. I
So
would I
that's
would
why.
say you can even just develop bishop e2 and castle here. Why to keep it on c4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, e4 c5, knight f3 a6.
Don't know what this is, but I played
Basically,
bishop c4.
this is not a good move here
Okay,
because it gives him a tempo to attack later. So instead
got it.
of this, the better move here would be something like c3.
And then later you push d4 and you take the center.
Right. a6 is a slow move. You played this e6, castles, knight e7, knight c3, takes, and he played bishop e7. What would you play here? I did not like your next move at all.
What stupidity did I do? Bishop e3 looks good.
Didn't you play this?
I don't know what I played.
You
I
play,
think
you played queen f3, which just gave him a chance to play knight e5 and attack your main, these two pieces, and unnecessary exchange.
yeah, bishop e3 was good. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
bishop
didn't play.
e3 with the idea of f4, and it's just a very good position for you. So queen f3, he went knight e5, you came back, he took, and now b5, you came back, bishop b7. This we have castles. I was very impressed with your next move. I don't know if you calculated or you blundered. Your
I
next
blundered.
move, you blundered. Actually, rook f e1 is such an amazing move. Turns out that black must not take on d4 here.
Yeah.
Black must play a move like d6, and black is doing bet is fine. But he took, which is natural, and you blocked his retreat, and and also attacks his bishop. It's a great. How do you call this? Serendipity, yeah.
Yeah.
What if he took here? What will you do?
Rook takes.
And what if he plays queen f6?
Rook g5, I guess.
Calculate. Rook g5. What happens?
Rook g5. If queen takes. Oh, that's bad for us. If queen takes on h6, rook takes on g7, queen takes, and there is nothing. So, if rook takes, so rook is not good. Actually, this might be good. Queen g5 might be good. Queen
Queen g5 seems okay, but there's a very powerful strike.
Okay.
This queen g5 is met with queen
Beautiful.
h6.
Beautiful. Hold on. How
Very
do I
good.
do
Guys
this?
in the chat, fantastic guys. Shivang Dikshit,
How do I do
SG
this?
Gautam, Geetika Saxena, Neev Patel, Robin Rawat. Very good. I see people seriously trying to calculate, which is excellent. Excellent, guys.
If I can just deflect that queen, then I get to mate him. But rook e6 doesn't work and rook f5 doesn't work. Uh, okay, let's try one more thing. Queen takes on g7, queen takes on g7. uh, rook to g5, and queen takes rook, bishop takes queen. What did we gain? Just gave a bunch of, oh man. Is it bishop takes on g6? Then queen takes, then rook g5. See, knight e4 doesn't work simply because bishop takes.
No, not bishop takes. Even queen takes e5 is very strong.
Yeah, this rook there's something that has to be done to this rook. Queen g5, what is the problem? Queen g5, what does it do? Queen takes bishop, queen takes queen, and rook takes queen. Sorry, not rook, pawn takes queen. So there is no point of that.
Why did you change your answer?
Which one? Queen takes.
And you
Queen
told the move.
takes. Now rook to g5. Queen takes rook. Oh, this is better for us.
Very better. You have one rook and a piece for a queen. Matlab, queen is already strong and the king is very weak. So you can just like bring your rook up and checkmate him. So you had said this move. I didn't say anything. I wanted you to tell me, yes, this is the answer. You said this move, bishop g7, queen g7, rook g5. I was just waiting. And then you went to the next variation only.
Yeah, I miscalculated something. I
Okay.
thought I would some miscalculation something.
But so this was a nice game overall. I found this to be one of your best because this rookie one move is very unique move. It's like a hidden trap that you and any good player would also fall for it if not careful.
Yeah, that's why I didn't calculate it. It just happened.
Okay. Here in this position, the game continued. You played e5. He took. You took with the rook. He played g6. You took the rook. Queen takes. Now you're winning. Queen g7. Rook c5. And now Now you played knight e4. Is this a good move or a bad move?
No,
He
it's a
took that.
blunder.
Why?
Because of f5.
Yeah, very good. So
But he didn't see it.
he didn't see it, and it gave you a free.
Yeah, I saw this in the analysis.
Yeah, so this is something when you're winning, try to finish him off like here in this position. It's I know he's blocked it. So how would you suggest to make improvement in the position?
Let's see.
Your intention is good. You want to bring the knight to the dark
Yeah,
squares.
so f3.
Pawn f3.
No. That's bad because the f5 idea still works. They're up in material, right? Or is it equal? It's equal.
No,
No, no, no.
you
We're
are
up in
exchange
middle.
up. You have an exchange for one pawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the C pawn is missing. Okay. So queen d4.
Uh, See, the thing is, this when ahead in material, you can exchange pieces, but also you see the dark squares are weak. So if you can get the knight as you rightly want to get it here or here, it's a good idea. But f5 is coming, so just you need to take care of that part, and you also need to keep eye on those squares. How do you do all of that? This is not a bad move. This keeps an advantage for white, but it's difficult to break through now with the queens gone.
Okay, let me see how to do it. Hmm, what about first queen to f4?
Brilliant. Queen to f4 looks at these squares, and then you get your knight here.
Knight.
It keeps a big advantage.
Very
Okay,
smart move, this one.
it's a very nice move, and also such moves never are seen by our computer analysis because it's these little moves we make mistake every time. Okay, there is one game that you played against Emmy.
I'm glad you haven't found the game where I blundered my queen and went to sleep after that. I couldn't sleep. That game came in my dreams also. I was so sad. Okay, which game is this?
This one is your best game out of the all the games that I saw. And this one, why I liked is, first of all, here, what would you play as white? Your move I don't like. And this is something you need to change. You love putting your bishops on c4 all the time. So, like here, you played bishop c4. It's not a bad move, but here white has a better move than bishop c4.
Okay, let's check. If I play d4, what happens? He takes on d4, and then he starts developing normally. But then I irritate him somehow. Hmm, don't have to irritate him. I can just develop normally. Okay, d4 is fine. Oh, you know what? Knight c3 is the best move.
Yeah, knight c3 is good, but I like d4 because after take knight f6, knight c3, this is a good position for white. Okay, your move bishop c4 is not at all bad. He played bishop g4. Guys, this is Biswa's best game. I saw queen f6, and now Biswa is the teacher for this game because he played flawlessly. What would you play here as white? White to play for the chat training. Would you take the queen or not? Do you remember the move, Biswa?
Yes,
Cool.
easy actually. But I'm not sure it is the best.
Yeah, it's the best move. Very good, guys. In the chat, very strong players. Rahul Jagdish, Rinjoy, Akshay Mohan. Fantastic, guys. Queen to b3. Very good move, Biswa. Keeping the queens because his queen side is weak. b6. And now again, fantastic piece development. 97. Castles, very happy with this move. Knight d7. Again, knight d5. Nice move. Looking at c7 and attacking the queen. So the knight had to be taken. Bishop takes. Looking at the rook. Rook c8. Now threatening c6. So you played queen b5, which is prophylactic in nature. I mean, look at the quality of all the moves. Very high quality game. Queen e7. And now, just when it seems like he may, he looks to somehow consolidate, f4. Very good move. Looking at f7 square with the rook now coming into the picture. f6, taking. Queen takes e5. Now rook f5. Very good move. Queen d4 check. King h2. Queen c5. And now I'm going to ask the chat, white to play and win. What do you play? High quality moves. Yeah, yeah. Right to play. Very good. Shriya Revankar, Tejas Lohani, Malav Mehta. Not Malav, not the right move. Aditya Krishna, Geetika Saxena, Prathamesh, Neve. Fantastic. Bishop f7. Launching a discovered attack on the queen. Biswa, this is actually high quality game.
But then the next move wasn't the best one. There's a better move.
Yes, you could have taken this.
Yeah, I saw this in the analysis.
But it's the best, but even this was good enough to get the
Yeah.
job done. Take d4, check, and yeah, you finished it off also pretty well here. No chance. And I would say one of your nicest games that I
Crazy,
saw
crazy.
of the entire day. Okay, so I have more games, I have more analysis I've done, but we will do it tomorrow more.
Sure. Yeah.
How about playing the game with
Let's do it.
our good friend here, Sushant? Are you there?
I'll just get some water and come.
Yeah.
Hi, Sagar.
Yeah. Hello,
I'm
Sushant.
back.
Welcome. So I will put you
Congrats
here.
again, you and Amruta, for the 500K, Sagar.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sushant, which company do you work in now?
I work in Dell Technologies.
Dell. Ah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Cool. And you made some chess bot, yeah? Is it?
It was a chess assistant. So basically, it helps guide the new beginners to get started with understanding openings.
And how can people check that?
So there's an assistant link. I'll quickly share that with you.
You can
You
put it
ca-
in the chat.
Okay,
You are the mod, so people can
sure,
then check it out.
sure.
Guys, I really like when tech experts who love chess develop something which can help general chess players. So, good job there. Let me, Shushant, if you can just accept my challenge so that I can set the board up. Just accept it. I have sent you a 1 minute challenge.
Ha 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 ha.
1 minute challenge. Biswa would play a 10 minute, right?
Yeah, no, I just want to set the. No, it's
Okay.
okay. I think. Have you accepted?
Not yet.
There's a button called invitations.
Yeah.
Do you
I
see
see
chess
a
baser?
yes.
Just double click on it
Yep. I have
so,
accepted.
so that I can set the thing up. And
Sure.
then when you guys begin, I don't have to.
Sure.
Biswa, you have to come in the comedian's room. Do you have the link?
I'm looking for it.
Play.chessbase. And if you type in your browser, I think it'll come.
Yes. Play.chessbase. Chess.
Biswa, how
Yeah.
was your visit to Vidit's place?
It was so amazing.
How are Vedika chocolates?
Vedika chocolate is so good. I've been eating like
she gave you
that.
chocolates to take back home.
Yeah.
Arey. I love them.
Yeah.
By the way, Biswa, your calculations were just spot on today. It's just that probably you're a little tired, but yeah, you were spot on with Rook G2, Rook H2, all of those.
Hey man, thanks, but like I don't think so.
He's giving you a false sense of.
Yeah.
No. He
No?
definitely is improving in his chess, and it's great to see. And
Yeah.
I'll wait for him to win the COB3.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Should I send you a request?
Yes. 10-minute request to Sushant. I'll put you guys here. I think Biswa may get white pieces. That's what I feel. But then if he does not, I will change the layout.
Should I send the request now?
Yes, please.
Okay, Sushant, here comes the request.
I'll accept it and I'll mute myself and.
Yeah, you both need to mute
I
yourself.
have muted.
Yep.
Okay, guys, just wait a second. Let me fix this board. Yep, all good. So who is white? Guys, Sushant is a strong player. All those who have joined in, his FIDE rating is 1600. He is an engineer by profession, works at Dell, and has volunteered to give training to Biswa today. So, and also a regular viewer of our channel. So, Sushant is playing with the white pieces. Biswa is black. Let me just flip the board so that, and let me start from the first move. What happened here? So Sushant played knight f3. Biswa went classical d5, d4, bishop f5, g3, knight f6. I like how Biswa is developing all his pieces. Bishop g2, e6, castles, bishop d6. Okay, bishop g5, castles. Okay, so the game continues. Let's see how it went. Knight came to e5. Okay, okay. If I were white, ooh, knight d7. Interesting, interesting. If I were black here, you know what I would do is I would go h6 and ask a question to this bishop because it can't keep the pin. g5 wins a piece. So whenever there's a pawn on g3, you should ask this question with h6. And if he takes, you can take with the queen, and I believe that black is doing very well with the bishop pair. But Biswa's last move, knight d7, is slightly suspect because now white can take, queen takes, bishop f6, gf6, and slightly the pawn structure is ruined. I wouldn't say it's too bad because he has the bishop pair and the pawn is okay. You can jump your bishop back, move your king to h8. Let's see what Sushant did. Oh, Sushant did not take here. He played f4 and Biswa was like, I'm pushing you with h6. Okay. Thank you, Ganesh Ravinath, who says, congratulations, Sagar and Amruta, for 500k subs. Guruji OP ho jaye chat pe. Arey, Ganesh, thank you. By the way, not a good move by Sushant. He's taken on f6, but I think it was, maybe he didn't have too many options. Biswa takes. And guys, I have one question to you now. After knight takes f6, which square is a weakness in white's camp? Which square is a weakness? Weakness is any square which is relevant and cannot be protected by a pawn. So which square in white's position is weak? Ooh. E4, fantastic guys. E3 is slightly weak. I can understand, which Biswa is now trying to take advantage of. But you can't get more than one piece on the e3 square. So here with knight e3 is looking at e3 square. But white can just go queen d2 and defend it. And you cannot get somehow this bishop to control that square. It's not easy. You can go c5. I like this. But I would prefer, like here, knight e4 is a major weakness. So that's why I think black is already slightly better. Okay, so Sushant went queen d2. And now I think c5 would have been better move here. c5 for black. But Biswa took, f takes, and he puts his bishop back to e7. Guys, there's a small tactic now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if Sushant can spot it. White to play here. What is the tactic? What is the tactic here? White to play. Sushant to move. I did not like Biswa taking on e5, you know. But I'm going to ask you. What is the move here? Yes, bishop takes d5, or even I guess better could be knight takes d5. Ooh, h4. Not so sure. Look, here, if you see, in this position, knight takes d5. If pawn takes, then he can take rook takes f5. This was the trick. Uh, what I would have preferred Biswa to do here is simply go for the move c5. And I like black's position very much. It's very nice, threatening to, get rook to c8, can take here. So h4 by Sushant was a bad move. He wanted to prevent bishop g5, but let's look at the game, how it continued. Viswa went c5 anyway, good move, e3, and he takes. But now he should be careful about this bishop hanging when the threats of knight takes d5. Yeah, queen b6, interesting. Ooh, rook takes f5. Wow, what a sacrifice. I don't like it. What if I just take e takes f5? I think Sushant has played an interesting exchange sacrifice, but it doesn't seem enough. Like you can just take e takes f5 and then knight takes d5. Let's just analyze. E takes f5, knight takes d5, queen d8, and if knight e7 you can just take back. Yes, there is compensation with these two central pawns, but maybe not enough. Maybe not enough. Let's go back and see how the game continued. Yeah, Viswa took the rook. There was no other choice. Now knight d5, and now you must protect the bishop, I think. So you come back to d8. Queen d8. Queen d8 seems like the only move, right? What else? Because if you go and pick up this pawn on b2, then knight e7 is a check. I don't want to lose my bishop with a check. I don't think Biswa is losing here, guys. Biswa isn't losing. Queen d8 looks good. I think, yeah, I agree. Oh, what is this? Why queen b2? Now 97 and just save the rook would be very good. Yeah, queen d8 was necessary. Queen d8. Oh, queen e6 also. Yeah, queen e6, knight c7. I was not so sure. Yeah, rook f1. I like white's position. It's just so much now completely. Yeah, practical exchange sacrifice by Sushant. Now attacking the d4 pawn. The game is not completely over yet. I would say white is better clearly here, but it's not over. Knight takes f5 is a strong move, defending d4. You can just pick up rook f4. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Can we go rook f e8 so that if knight f5 we can play rook takes e5? That seems like an interesting move. Yeah, knight f5 was better, but rook f e8 now looks good, right? Because what else? Biswa is also running a bit low on time. I did not like that he gave up his bishop on e7, which was a very surprising move for me. Rook. What else to do? If not rook f e8. Ooh, g5. That looks horrible. That looks horrible. You know why, guys? I did not even calculate, but just the mere fact that your king is exposed, and there are tactics always, and now white to play and win. Did you spot it? Quick, quick, quick. Rook h4 check. Takes. And a mate. This always happens. When you expose your king like this, it will always strike back. Oh, it happened in the game. His opponent Sushant took it and he gave a check. Or did it happen? Sushant says I offer a draw. No, don't offer a draw. What draw? Come on.
I was unhappy actually, so I thought I wanted to offer a draw to Biswa.
What a draw. Come on, it's mate in one.
Yeah, but I wanted to boost his confidence because I want him to win the COB3.
No, that's not about confidence. I think it was a very interesting game, guys.
Yep.
Uh,
1 second, sorry. Now I can hear you. Oh my god.
Great game, Biswa. Great game. Really, it's
Can't. Oh my god. Okay.
Biswa, where do you think you went wrong, according to you?
I think that Queen B2.
Yes, why did you take on B2?
I don't know. I just couldn't find a better square for the Queen.
Come on, there was this. Okay, let's quickly check out the game.
sure.
So, NF3 D5, good move. Biswa. D4, and this is all very steady. Castles. Bishop D6, Bishop G5. And now, whenever White has played G3 and tries to pin with Bishop G5, a very good move is here Black to play.
H6.
Yes, because he cannot go Bishop H4 and keep the pin because G5 traps the bishop.
Okay.
So here he must take, and after you take back, I like Black's position already with the bishop pair. You went castle, which is not bad. Knight E5. And now once again H6 was better. You went knight B D7. I think Sushant, you could have taken on D7 here. Queen D7 and maybe tried to spoil the structure a bit. But
Yeah, but I remembered Biswa's game against Devin where he probably used the rook file and then tried to attack, right? So
But here you are much safer. You have G3
yes,
bishop.
correct.
yeah,
correct,
it's
correct,
much
correct.
safe. But yeah, Biswa, see, you have developed a reputation for attack that people are not opening the F5.
So stupid.
G5. No, okay, F4. Now H6. Take. And what is the weakness in White's camp here?
D4.
Sorry?
D4?
No. There's a square which is weak. Whatever is cannot be controlled by a pawn is a weakness.
E4.
Yes, very good.
Oh,
E4
man.
is a very nice juicy weakness. So he went knight C3. So what should you play here with black? Your move knight G4 was not the best. It was okay. Can you play
Knight
something
E4.
better?
Knight E4.
When you have an opponent has a weakness, you don't want your pawn to be occupying it. You want a piece. So let's say if you go knight e4, he takes, you take with the bishop, you take, then now suddenly the weakness is gone because your pawn is now on that square.
Got it.
So
Then-
instead of jumping immediately, let's wait and let's try to do something useful.
Have to put a piece there. Okay. Oh, some complicated thing here. Then why not? I say why not? Bishop B4. Just stupid move, I guess.
Why is it stupid?
It doesn't pin the knight. I thought it'll pin the knight.
But it removes the knight away. And it's a very interesting move, yeah? Because you're fighting for this square. I like it because you may take, and maybe play bishop e4 and get these bishops exchanged. But at the same time, you are giving up your double bishop advantage. So there is a better move here. And I think it's a natural move.
Oh, what about C5? Does it help
Yes.
in any way?
It's a very good move. Very strong. c5. And you see, when you have the bishop pair, you must open up the position, and this move gives you so much nice. After this, what is the next move that you would play, which is very natural again?
After he
let's
takes,
let's say he plays e3, something very natural, like,
takes on d5, d4.
and then he takes back.
Now queen b6 comes to mind.
Queen b6 is an interesting move, but also a very good move here, which doesn't need too much thought.
Rook c8.
Yes, very good. Rook c8. And I already prefer black in a huge way. First of all, rook on the open file, two bishops, e4 slightly weak here. Maybe queen b6 coming in, looking at these two pawns. So I like black's position a lot.
But instead,
You went knight g4. And now, Sushant, you went queen d2. Here, there is a way for white to get a clear advantage. Can you find it? Knight g4 was slightly, how do I put it? Like too eager to fork on e3.
Rook f3. No.
Rook f3 is a defensive move. There is an aggressive move. And whenever you play some move like knight g4, look, there is one attack, one defense. So if it is attacked one more time, it will create an
h3.
issue. No, h3, then you play knight e3, no?
Yeah. Let's see.
Very powerful move.
Oh. क्या है ये पावरफुल मूव दोस्तों? आइए जानते हैं. कोई पावरफुल मूव नहीं.
Sushant, do you know what to play?
I'm thinking of e4, but somehow I'm not liking it. Thinking of the variations.
Very good move. e4.
Really?
Yes, because now
But
knight
after-
now if you take this pawn, g4 is hanging. Knight takes g4.
Yeah, obviously not. Yeah, knight e3.
So you go knight e3. Now white moves the queen because queen is hanging. Where to move the queen? Let's say queen e2. You take this. And now what does white play?
Yeah, the pawns are pretty solid.
Does white take the bishop on f5?
Yes, white takes the bishop on f5.
Knight
and the
is
knight is trapped, and you get two pieces for a rook. So e4 is a very sort of a difficult move, but it's a very strong move to play. You played queen d2, and here, Biswa, do you like this move which you played? Knight takes e5.
That night, I couldn't handle it anymore.
No, but it's okay. Let it be there. No, see, the thing is, what is making that knight very strong? The pawns.
Pawn yeah.
So why don't you hit the pawn?
Yes.
Which is with
c5.
Yes, and play around that knight. That knight is not killing you away, because when moment you take, it not only gives him a strong center, but it also gives him an open file for the rook. So you went bishop e7, and now Sushant, you had a very strong move here. White to play.
Yeah, knight takes pawn or bishop takes pawn, but still I was little careful about bishop g5, and I didn't want that to come because the two strong bishops would be looking diagonally.
Yep, but this is just very strong. Yeah, knight takes d5.
Yep.
Because if he takes, rook takes f5, wins a pawn at the very least. And if bishop g5 here, which you are afraid of, I can just come back with my knight and I'm a pawn up.
Insane.
So h4, And here, Biswa, you got a very good chance. So now again, if you had seen this threat, then a good move is queen d7. Because now if he takes, the bishop is defended. And then you can go after queen d7 with your natural break c5. But in the game you played c5. Once again, knight takes d5 is a good move here. But he played e3. You took, good move, takes. And now you played queen to b6. And now Sushant played a very strong exchange sacrifice with the move rook takes f5. Very good move.
The
So
first move
maybe,
was queen d8 in this variation.
yeah, but maybe here, Biswa, you can go for a very interesting move, bishop b4.
I was thinking about it,
And
but
then rook
after
c8,
a3,
a3, take. If he takes with the queen, then rook c8
Rook
and
c8.
rook takes c2 because this is attacked. Okay. And if he doesn't take with the queen and he takes with the pawn, then after rook c8, you are very happy. This is a weakness. You can just build up on it, double the rooks. Seems very good. So queen b6, rook takes f5, good move. Knight takes d5. And now there are two moves to play. One is queen d8 to try and hold, or queen e6 to somehow try and hold, where
but
white
queen
can...
e6 had yeah.
Yeah,
Knight
fork.
c7 is... Then you have to go here. He takes the rook. Takes... It's equal material. He's a pawn up and I think better. Queen d8 looks good. But I was very afraid that, let's say, if he goes something like queen f4, rook f1, c4, it's very difficult for black to play this position because his pieces are very passive. So this entire thing with queen b2 is a good, practically it's something interesting you did, but like objectively it's losing. Even knight f5 here is just winning.
After this though,
Rook takes rook f4 and then g5 was a little bit... Maybe I was looking at rook f8, rook fe8, and he takes here, then
Knight
you
f5.
take here. This was what I was thinking, if possible. It's somehow fighting, but the position is just losing. Even if you make a move like say king h2, it's completely winning for white. I mean, black
Yeah.
is just worse. So g5 was a quicker end, like takes, rook h4, good move.
I didn't even see the mate.
And
I was
yeah,
like, why is he offering a draw?
but then why did you resign?
Then I saw the mate.
Then you saw. Okay.
Initially, I didn't. If I knew there's a mate, I wouldn't have taken
You
the
are
rook.
like, ye draw puchra because he blundered a rook, let me take it and play, and then queen h6.
No, I quickly figured there is some, like, when I took the rook only, I knew there's some, I'm losing in a very big way. And then I just, like, I was calculating maybe that I was thinking I can go to g8 or something. I don't know, very stupid. But what a great attack, man. Full,
Yeah.
I really like.
too strong.
Sushant, well played. And also, Biswa, you played the opening very well. Also, some
Yes.
part of the middle game was very nice. But towards the end, some this thing of quickly trying to exchange things, like knight on e5 strong, let me exchange it quickly. Pawn c takes d4, I want to take it. If you can just control that, your game was very nice.
Got it.
Okay. So we call it a day today.
Yes, I really have to run now.
Yes. Thank you so much, Biswa. Thank you, Sushant. And see you soon
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Sagar.
Bye.
Thank you, Biswa, for playing. Thank you.
Hey, Sushant, thank you so much, man, for
All
coming
the
on the
best.
stream and playing such a beautiful game. And Sagar bhai, I cannot thank you enough because in my dreams, I wouldn't have thought that somebody will, like an international master, will analyze my games like this.
Are
Man.
there is so much more analysis we will check. If we don't have enough time, we will do it off stream. But let's go on, because when you play well, your level is very high. So we want to reach
Yes.
the consistency. That's the only thing required.
Cool. Okay,
Okay,
guys, I
see
have
you.
to go.
Bye.
I have a thing.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, Sushant. See you. And see you all in the chat. See you in the next stream, which begins in exactly 3 minutes from now. I will switch it off, send the Zoom link to the new students, Kusha and Sapan, and then Midnight Chess. Interesting, very, very fun stream coming up. So, see you guys then. Take care. Bye bye. And thank you for being such a nice chat who wrote about Netflix, Samay Raid, so many things. But there were also people who solved the position. So thank you all. See you then. Bye bye.